Hello and welcome back to the Sunny Side, a place to discuss film, television, games, all things storytelling, while being sincere, thought-provoking, and always staying on the sunny side. My name is Evan B. Thank you so much for watching. This Saturday, we will start our Mission Impossible binge, starting from the first Mission Impossible movie, going through all of them, right up until the Final Reckoning coming out in theaters next weekend. But until then, I wanted to talk to you about some TV that you should be watching. This is what I consider some of the best stuff on television right now, and you should definitely hop on and watch while it's coming out so we can all have that fun communal experience together and talk about the amazing stuff we get to see on screen. That being said, let's dive right in. Today, I wanted to talk about The Last of Us, the tentpole series coming from HBO Max this spring based off the incredible video games hitting its second season. Just to give you a quick heads up, I am going to be doing spoilers for the first 5 episodes, the stuff that's aired. I'm not going to talk about what happens later, but if you haven't seen The Last of Us Season 1, or you don't know what's going on in Season 2, just watch it. It's really incredible. Emotional storylines, great world building. With that being said, let's dive in. So, Season 2 of this I was really excited for because I like The Last of Us Part 2, I think, more than the first one. I think the first game is beautiful and incredible and a great story, but the ending that it sets it on, right? Joel doing this incredibly complicated, evil thing. Is it evil? Is it for love? Does that matter? Ends justify the means. And then he lies to Ellie about it, and then their life goes on, right? That could have been the ending, but life goes on, and so we get to see the consequences of those actions. Abby coming back, Ellie having to deal with this, Joel's death, right? All of this stuff, her falling into the same repeating patterns, watching this really complex human relationship about dealing with loss and what it is to have no one and then have someone and then lose that person, and you didn't get to finish the conversation you had with them. I think Craig Mazin is an incredible writer, and he just knocks this out of the park. My one issue that I had with The Last of Us Part 2 was sort of how that the porch scene was dealt, and the way that Ellie and Joel's final confrontation sort of got hashed out and the conversations with it. The decision of Craig Mazin to have them not speak at the porch and then move on and have all that left unsaid, I think was brilliant and turned what was a 9.8 into a pure 10 of a story experience, right? Because now Ellie lives with all the things she didn't say. She's not looking back at that moment of what I could change. It's all those iterations of that, and then wanting to ignore it and then wanting to look into it. And Isabella Merced, oh my goodness, her Dina is incredible. I do wish that Dina had kept her Jewish roots like in the game. I loved that scene in the synagogue. I thought it was really beautiful. But that being said, I think Dina's character here is amazing. This mirror she is to Ellie, giving her so much more characterization, so much more beauty and life, and giving her complex depth and stuff. It's going to make what happens later come incredible. And I can't even begin to talk about Abby because we haven't seen much of her yet, but I know it's going to be great. Well, thank you all